President Dr. Mulatu Teshome met with Chairman of the National People's Congress of China. And from abroad, ex-UK Prime Minister launches Global Schools of Fund. Hello viewers, these are the headlines. I'm Addis Ababa. Now the news in detail. President Dr. Mulatu Teshome met with Chairman of National People's Congress of China, Li Yuanshu, at the National Palace. Li Yuanshu on the occasion said his country would strengthen its support for Ethiopia. The objective of the visit is to show the solidarity the government and National People's Congress of China had with the government of Ethiopia and the ruling party EPRDF. Appreciating the peaceful power transition held recently in Ethiopia, Li said China wants to strengthen its partnership with Ethiopia and support the ongoing economic growth of the country. Ethiopia is his first visit since his election as chairman of the National People's Congress. President Dr. Mulatu Teshome, for his part, said Ethiopia attaches special place for its ties with China. Ethiopia is ready to collaborate with China in various, he added, as Faulama reported. The government of China has provided $250 million loan for development works in Ethiopia. The loan agreement was signed between Finance and Economic Cooperation State Minister Adamasu Nebebe and Tang Jian, the ambassador of China to Ethiopia. The loan would be used to implement the project designed to solve the potable water shortage of Mekelle, the regional capital of Tigray regional state. The loan term low and interest-free is a new type of loan specially designed for African countries, it was learned. Moreover, a humanitarian assistance agreement worth 100 million yuan was also signed between the two countries, INA reported. Vice President of the Oromia Regional State, Taiba Hassan, said using advancing technologies in the sector is the right way to minimize traffic accidents. Future work direction has given for concerned bodies here in Adama town. Oloma Baina has the story.
Oromia Transportation Authority, in collaboration with Oromia Police Commission, have given training for Oromia Traffic Police and transportation control expertise concerning SMS new technology to control transportation mobilization. Director General of Oromia Transportation Authority, Engineer Takala Uma, said the new technology can easily identify traffic problems.
If the drivers made uniform mistakes, it implies there is a problem in that area. This could be lack of awareness, knowledge, limitation of rule of law. So this should be solved by working with concerned bodies.
Engineer Takala added the government has been striving to identify and correct forgery licenses that has been challenging the sector.
The forgery license should be identified and be corrected as soon as possible. This is to make correction, not to dismiss the individuals from their work, but they have to have the needed skills and knowledge.
Commissioner of Oromia Police Commission, General Malaku Fanta, also said working based on the rule of law is mandatory to avoid traffic accidents.
When we say traffic accident should not be happened by our mistakes, we mean that we have to create awareness through teaching each other. In doing so, we can minimize the problems.
General Malaku added the sector should be led by educated people so as to sustain its active service.
Fulfilling educated manpower, logistics and modern technology is mandatory in enhancing the service. In addition to this, professional ethics is also crucial.
Some participants also said they are ready to implement what they have got from the training.
Ministry of Foreign Affairs said official visit of the Premier to neighboring countries is bearing fruitful results. A spokesperson of the ministry, Malas Alam, said diplomatic works have been uplifted since Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed came to power. Sorry, Chakabani has looked at Chala Baraka's report.
Spokesperson of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Mallas Alam, briefed the media on the current diplomatic issues. On the briefing, spokesperson stated that more encouraging success have been registered in a shorter period of time in the country and abroad, following the Prime Minister's visit in the country and abroad. Mallas Alam stated that Prime Minister's visit in the country is the indicator of government success and fruitfulness in restoring peace and sustaining economic development. He added that Prime Minister's visit of neighboring countries also achieved success in the diplomacy.
Dr. Abiy Ahmed ኃላፊነት ከተረከቡበት
Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed registered a successful diplomatic relations since he came to power. That's why a number of countries start telling us their readiness to work with us.
Mallas Alam added, following the peaceful power transfer in the country and the election of Prime Minister Dr. Abiy, many countries invite him to visit their countries.
ሌሎቹ ሀገሮችም በእኛ ሀገር ጉብኝት ሲያደርጉ ተመሳሳይ መንፈስ ነው ያለው.
Different countries visited Ethiopia show us similar feelings. They said they want to work with Ethiopia. This is what different countries officials said.
The visit of Prime Minister Dr. Abiy to Djibouti, Sudan and Kenya uplifted the bilateral relation more than ever, as Mallas Alam said. Mallas Alam told the media the Prime Minister's visit proved that Ethiopia's dedication in creating stability in East Africa region and to strengthen trade relations between East African countries for the officials of those countries and their citizens. Concerning visit to Sudan, plenty of successes registered and both countries agreed on different issues they discussed on, such as releasing Ethiopians jailed in Sudan and the support on the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, as Mallas Alam said. Mallas Alam underscored that the visit of Prime Minister is fruitful in all regards. Ministry of Foreign Affairs expressed its heartfelt sorrow over the release of a statement by Egyptian Foreign Affairs Ministry on the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam.
Ethiopia is working to launch satellite to conduct research on terrestrial and celestial bodies. Group of journalists and workers of the Federal Government Communication Affairs Office have paid visit to the Technology Institute of Space Science. Fkadu Branu has that detail.
Satellite study is very important for agriculture, education and health service development. It can also play a great role in introducing the country's name to the global arena. Group of journalists and workers of the Federal Government Communication Affairs Office have visited Space Science and Technology Institute of Ethiopia, which is found on Intoto Mountain. Deputy Director General of the Institute, Abdisa Ilma, said they have been working to launch satellite after a year.
Satellite
We have been establishing the satellite which can give us different data from the sky in collaboration with other countries. We hope the satellite would be launched to sky after 1 year.
Expert of the study of technology and science of space at Institute, Dr. Tulu Basha, notes that they have been conducting research to control harm of Akaki River and volcanic eruption.
We have been conducting research on how to minimize the harm of the river. Another thing is there is volcanic eruption around Shashamane. We are working to generate 1,000 megawatt of geothermal energy.
Dr. Tulu adds that the technology can play an enormous role in minimizing the harm that can reach on the projects through identifying weight and topography of the earth.
This technology is new. In order to serve our society properly, we have been working with similar industries.
A group of journalists and workers of Federal Government Communication Affairs have visited the research centers of the institutes.
Head of the Oromia Urban Development and Housing Bureau, Dr. Girma Amante, pleaded to correct the reluctance of land offering process in Oromia town. A wide range of works are underway to complete the delayed land giving process of different towns in the upcoming 2 months. Nawam Saadmaso reports.
Dr. Girma Amante, who is head of the Oromia Urban Development and Housing Bureau, was briefed OBN on land giving process for teachers and other government employees. He disclosed that more than 32,000 government employees already own land in the past 3 quarters.
Gara barsiisotaaf hojjettoonni mootummaa 32,900 ta'an lafa mana jireenyaa argatanii jiru.
In the past 3 quarters, we are able to give land for 32,900 who are teachers and government employees. Among them, about 22,000 are teachers, which is 2/3. When we compare it with the general demand, it shows that we have big assignment ahead. But what is done till now is nice. The land owning demand is the one which delayed for a long time. So the remaining teachers and other government employees have to wait as patiently because it was planned to be completed in 3 years.
Waggoota muraasa ta'an kana keessatti kan xumuramu ta'uusaa beekanii abdiidhaan eeggachuudha kan qaban.
According to Dr. Girma, different towns faced budget scarcity to pay compensation for displaced farmers. On the other hand, he underlined that infrastructures would be fulfilled for new sites. Dr. Girma promised to complete giving the existing land in the coming 2 months.
Hojjettoota barsiisotaan harkaan ga'uu irratti hooggansa keenya biratti xiyyeeffannoo kennuu irratti hanqinni akka jiru addaan baafnee jira.
We have already identified that our office employees have been delaying the process knowingly in some towns. This should be solved and the existing land should be given in the coming 2 months. Those officials and employees who have been delaying the process knowingly could be punished.
Rincicaaf xiyyeeffannoo dhabuu hooggansa keenyaatiin rakkoo ka'uuf hooggansi magaalota keenya irra jiru itti gaafatamummaa fudhachuu qaba.
The news comes to you from Oromia Broadcasting Network. Let's proceed to foreign news. Gordon Brown is launching a $10 billion scheme to widen access to education in some of the world's poorest countries. The United Global Education Envoy and ex-UK Prime Minister wants donor countries to act as guarantors on low-cost lending for projects. The fund aims to tackle the problem of 260 million children without schools. Mr. Brown warned the United Nations in New York that such gaps would have catastrophic consequences. The International Finance Facility for Education, backed by the United Nations and the World Bank, aims to provide $10 billion worth of loans and grants to allow poorer countries to build schools and hire teachers. Mr. Brown is in contact with representatives of 20 countries which he hopes will support this project. He wants them to provide financial guarantees for loans for education in the way that financing was used for mass immunization schemes. The ambition, said the former Prime Minister, is to have the first generation in history in which all young people have a chance to go to school, the BBC reported. That brings us to the end for the edition. Thank you for watching and have a nice time with the remaining OBN Voice for the People's programs.